You think you know your dog, you feed them, you walk them, you call them your best friend. But right now, in this very moment, your dog is saying something to you that you are completely missing. Not because you don't care, but because nobody ever taught you the language. And that changes today. Stay with me until the very end, because the last sign on this list is not just the most powerful one. It's the one that will make you look at your dog differently for the rest of your life. It's the one that scientists only recently began to understand, and it involves something your dog does so quietly, so gently that most people think it means absolutely nothing. It means everything. Let's begin. You're sitting on the couch. Your dog is across the room, just lying there, watching you. And then slowly, almost lazily, they close their eyes and open them again. You probably thought they were tired. You probably didn't think twice about it. But here's what was actually happening. Your dog was telling you they trust you completely. In the animal world, closing your eyes in front of another creature is one of the most vulnerable things you can do. It means you're not watching for threats. It means you believe, with every instinct in your body, that the being in front of you will not hurt you. In the wild, that kind of trust can cost an animal its life. When your dog slow blinks at you, they are not sleepy. They are surrendering their guard completely for you. Animal behaviorists call this a soft eye display. It's a non-threatening signal that communicates safety and affection. Studies in feline behavior first brought this to widespread attention, but researchers who study canine body language have confirmed the same principle in dogs. The slow blink is a deliberate, conscious expression of peace. Think about what that means. Your dog, whose ancestors survived by staying alert, whose every instinct is wired for awareness of danger, is choosing to close their eyes in front of you, because you are not a threat, you are home. Next time your dog does this, try it back, close your eyes slowly and open them. Watch what happens. Watch their body soften, watch their tail begin to move. You just said, "I love you," back in their language. But that's just the beginning, because there's another signal that's even more invisible, and it happens when your dog is trying to make you feel better without you ever asking. There's a thunderstorm outside, or fireworks, or a strange sound. Your dog is trembling, their ears are flat, their tail is tucked. And in the middle of all that fear, they turn toward you. Most people see a scared dog and think, "Oh, they're just looking for comfort." And yes, that's true. But there's something deeper happening that changes the entire story. A frightened animal's most powerful instinct is to run away from danger, to escape, to hide. The fact that your dog runs toward you in a moment of fear means something profound. You are not just a source of comfort. In their mind, you are safety itself. You are more powerful than the fear. This behavior has a name in veterinary science. It's called secure attachment, and it mirrors the same psychological bond that human infants form with their caregivers. Researchers at the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna conducted studies showing that dogs display the same attachment patterns to their owners as babies display to their parents. When frightened, they seek proximity to the attachment figure. When that figure is present, their stress levels measurably drop. Your dog doesn't run to you because you can stop the thunder. They run to you because your presence alone changes how dangerous the world feels. That is not dependence. That is devotion. And it leads to something even more remarkable. Because devotion shows up in a place you would never expect. It shows up in the morning, in the exact moment your dog wakes up. Your dog loses their mind when you come home. They spin, they jump, they whine, they bark. Most people love it. Some people find it a bit much, but almost everyone misses what's really driving it. Here's where it gets interesting. Dogs have no concept of time the way we do. Science has confirmed that dogs cannot distinguish between you leaving for 5 minutes and you leaving for 5 hours. Every single time you walk through that door, their brain registers your return as a small miracle. Because every time you leave on some ancient level, they genuinely don't know if you're coming back. Think about that. Every reunion with you is their whole world restarting. A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs showed significantly higher heart rates and greeting behaviors when reunited with their owners compared to when reunited with strangers, even friendly ones. The excitement isn't generic happiness. It's specific to you. It's built on memory, on attachment, on something that functions remarkably like relief. When your dog goes wild at the door, they are not being dramatic. They are exhaling. They are saying, "You came back, you always come back, and I was waiting." That kind of loyalty is rare, even among humans. But there's a quieter version of this same devotion that happens when you aren't even looking. And this one is even more powerful. You get up to get a glass of water. Your dog gets up too. You go to the bathroom. Your dog sits outside the door. You move to the kitchen. They're already there. You didn't call them. You didn't ask. They just followed. People often joke about this. My dog is my shadow, but there's a reason for it that goes far beyond habit. Dogs are pack animals by evolutionary design. In the wild, separation from the group meant vulnerability, danger, and often death. The urge to stay close to the ones they love is not a cute personality quirk. It's a survival mechanism that your dog is choosing to aim entirely at you. When they follow you, they are not bored. They are not looking for food. They are making a deliberate decision over and over all day long to be wherever you are. Research into canine social behavior shows that the distance a dog chooses to maintain from their owner is a direct reflection of attachment strength. Dogs with strong bonds stay closer. Not because they have to, because they want to. You are their North Star. Wherever you go, that's where they orbit. And here's what makes this even more remarkable. This behavior gets stronger during periods of stress, illness, and sadness in the owner. Dogs detect changes in their human's emotional state and they respond by moving closer. They don't know what's wrong. They just know you need them near. They're not following you around the house. They're watching over you. But the way they watch you is something science only recently uncovered, and it involves your eyes in a way you never imagined. Most animals see direct eye contact as a challenge, a threat, an act of aggression. Stare at a wild animal and watch what happens. They will look away or they will charge. Your dog stares into your eyes on purpose. And that one fact separates dogs from almost every other species on the planet. When your dog gazes at you, their body releases oxytocin. You know oxytocin? Scientists call it the love hormone. It's the same chemical that floods a mother's brain when she looks at her newborn child. The same chemical that bonds romantic partners. The same chemical that creates the deepest human connections. Your dog releases it when they look at you. But here's the part that stops people cold. You release it too. A groundbreaking study from Azabu University in Japan, led by Dr. Meiho Nagasaki, measured oxytocin levels in both dogs and their owners before and after extended mutual gazing sessions. The results were extraordinary. Both the dogs and the humans showed significant spikes in oxytocin after looking into each other's eyes. The same hormonal love loop that bonds human families was firing between dogs and their people. Your dog is not just looking at you. They are chemically, biologically, creating a bond with you through their gaze. They invented a way to love you using the language of your own biology. No other domesticated animal does this. Not cats, not horses, not rabbits. Dogs evolved this ability specifically because of us, specifically for us. And if the gaze is powerful, what comes next is something even more intimate. It happens in the way they position their body when they sleep, and almost no one pays attention to it. Your dog could sleep anywhere, on their bed, on the floor, in the corner, but they choose to sleep pressed against your leg, or curled at your feet, or with one paw resting on your hand. This is not coincidence. This is communication. In the wild, physical contact during sleep is reserved exclusively for members of the closest inner circle. It is a position of complete vulnerability shared only with those who are fully trusted. When animals sleep touching each other, they are saying, without any words, "You are my safe place." The warmth exchanged during sleep also has biological significance. Shared body heat is a comfort behavior that reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, in social mammals. Your dog is not just sleeping near you because it's warm. Their nervous system is actively calming down because you are close. When your dog chooses to sleep touching you, they are choosing in the deepest biological language available to them to be as close to you as possible in the most vulnerable state they enter every day. They are not taking up space in your bed. They are choosing you as their safe harbor in the dark. And the thing they do right before you fall asleep, the thing that happens in the last quiet moments of the night, that might be the most beautiful signal of all. Your dog walks up to you. They don't jump. They don't bark. They simply press their body against your legs, full weight, full contact. And they just lean. It's one of the gentlest things a dog can do, and it means something enormous. Leaning is a dog's way of hugging you. They don't have arms. They cannot hold you the way you hold them. So they give you their weight, their full physical presence. They press themselves against you because closeness is the closest thing they have to an embrace. Some trainers misread the lean as dominance behavior, a dog trying to assert itself. But animal behaviorists have largely moved away from this interpretation. The lean, particularly when accompanied by soft eyes, a loose body, and a gently wagging tail, is almost universally a gesture of affection and connection-seeking. It's a dog saying, "I want to be part of whatever you are." They are not demanding attention. They are offering themselves, their presence, their warmth, their company. Picture that for a moment. An animal that weighs 40, 50, 80 pounds, closing its eyes and pressing its whole body against yours, trusting you not to move, trusting you to hold them up. That is not a trained behavior. That is love expressed physically by a creature who has no other way to say it. And now we're getting to the signals that are even harder to see. Because the next one is invisible, completely invisible. And it's happening every single day. You're sitting quietly with your dog, you yawn, and moments later your dog yawns too. You've probably laughed at this, thought it was funny. A cute coincidence. It is not a coincidence. Contagious yawning in humans is deeply linked to empathy. Brain imaging studies have shown that the same neural circuits involved in empathy and social bonding activate when humans catch yawns from people they care about. Children with higher empathy scores are more susceptible to contagious yawning. People catch yawns more easily from friends and family than from strangers. Now here is the remarkable part. Researchers at the University of Tokyo found that dogs are susceptible to contagious yawning from their owners. Specifically from their owners, not from strangers. The dogs in the study were significantly more likely to yawn in response to their owner's yawn than in response to an unfamiliar person's yawn. What does that mean? It means your dog is emotionally attuned to you in a way that mirrors the same neurological empathy circuits that bond humans to each other. When your dog catches your yawn, their brain is doing something that, in humans, we call emotional resonance. Your dog feels with you. Not just for you, with you. Think about the last time someone you love caught your yawn. Remember that small, warm moment of connection. Your dog is doing that silently, daily, without you ever noticing. But there's one more invisible behavior that speaks volumes. And it involves what happens in your dog's body the moment they see you, before they even react, before they even move. Tail wagging. You know it, you love it. But here's something that almost nobody knows. The direction of a tail wag means something completely different depending on which way it skews. Research published in the journal Current Biology, conducted by Italian neuroscientist Giorgio Valordagara and his colleagues, made a discovery that quietly stunned the scientific community. When dogs see someone they love, their tail wags primarily to the right. When they encounter something unfamiliar or threatening, their tail wags primarily to the left. This is not random. The right side of the tail is controlled by the left hemisphere of the brain, which governs positive emotions and approach behavior. The left side is controlled by the right hemisphere, which governs withdrawal and negative emotions. Your dog's tail is a real-time readout of their emotional brain. And here is what makes this extraordinary. Other dogs can read this signal. Research showed that dogs who watched other dogs wagging to the right remained calm and relaxed. Dogs who watched others wagging to the left showed elevated heart rates and stress responses. The language of love is written in the direction of a tail. It has been there all along. You just needed the key. Now we've reached the last one. I told you it would change things. I meant it. You're walking your dog in the park. They run ahead, nose to the ground, excited, free. And then, without you saying a word, without you calling them, they stop. They turn around. They look directly at you. And when they see you're there, they go back to exploring. This is called the check-in behavior. And it is one of the most scientifically significant things a dog can do. Here's why. Most animals, when given freedom, don't look back. Freedom is escape. Freedom is away. But your dog, in the middle of their greatest joy, in the middle of the sensory explosion of the outside world, stops, turns, finds your face in the crowd. Make sure you are still there, and only then, only once they've confirmed that you are present, do they go back to being free. Ethologists, scientists who study animal behavior in natural settings, have identified this behavior as a hallmark of deep attachment. It mirrors the behavior of human toddlers, who use their caregiver as what psychologists call a secure base. The toddler wanders but keeps returning their gaze to the parent. As long as the parent is visible, the child explores boldly. If the parent disappears, the child panics. Your dog is doing the exact same thing. They are not checking on you because they need something. They are checking on you because you are the anchor of their world. Because the world is bigger and brighter and safer when they know where you are. Because your presence doesn't just comfort them, it makes everything possible. And in that single quiet glance across the park, in that moment when your dog turns around just to find your face and then goes back to running, there is a truth about love that is more powerful than anything you could find in a book or a poem or a love letter. Your dog turns around to find you because you are home. Not a place, a person. They have built their entire sense of safety around your existence. Every morning when you wake up is their whole world beginning again. Every night when you settle in, they press close because even in sleep, being near you is the best thing they know. And they have never asked for anything in return except that you keep showing up. You have been loved, quietly and completely, in 10 different ways in every single day, by a creature who has no words for what they feel and yet communicates it more honestly than most humans ever manage to. They slow blink their trust. They lean their whole weight into you. They yawn when you yawn because your feelings are their feelings. They check on you across a field because you are their north. They press against you in the dark because you are their safe. This is not a pet, this is a relationship. Ancient and loyal and breathtakingly pure. And now that you know the language, you will never stop seeing it. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, if your dog is in the room with you, just look at them. Not to call them over. Not to give them anything. Just look and notice. Watch for the slow blink. Watch for the lean. Watch for the soft gaze that's been waiting for you to finally notice it. They've been talking to you this whole time. If this opened your eyes the way I hope it did, share it with someone who loves their dog. Because every dog owner deserves to understand what their dog has been trying to say. Subscribe to Canine Intelligence because we go deeper every single week. We don't just love dogs here. We learn them. We understand them, we listen to them, and trust me, there is so much more they want to say.